Good morning, everybody. We're going to start with our toe lifts. So right and left. So today we've got it divided up. We have 4 circuits. The first circuit is cardio, the second is lower body, the third is upper body, and the fourth is going to be core. Heels up, right and left. So we're going to do 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. And it says 2 rounds and we're not. It's only going to be 1 round. Good. 4, 3, right leg, let's swing it front to back. So just standing nice and tall, start with a small swing, hold on to something if you need to. 4, 3, 2, let's switch it over to the other side, so swing it front to back. We're starting to wake up the hips, we're also starting to wake up that core. Good. 4, 3, 2, switch it over to the other side, out and in. So you can just tap and tap or try to get a little bit of a bigger swing. Good. 4, 3, 2, good. Switch it to the other side. So out and cross, out and cross. And you pick your range of motion. It can just be an out and an in. 3, 2, switching to the other side, heel down, toe up. We're going to do nice good circles on the floor. I want you to try to keep your hip right to your side. Change direction. So we don't want to let it come out in front. Try to keep it right to your side. Switching sides. So heel down, toe up, move from the hips. 4, 3, change direction. Good. 4, 3, slow deadlift, feet hip width apart, hinge it forwards, stand up nice and tall. So down, 2, up, 2. We start, push the hips back, and then the upper body moves forwards. Can we go a little faster? So down and up. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, hold it in the forward position, open and close your book, open and close. You can just do hands behind the ears, open the elbows, or even hands across the chest. 3, 2, bring it all the way up, slow squat. Sit your hips back, stand up nice and tall. So again, hips go back, but this time our chest stays more elevated and a little bit more lifted. Down, 2, can we go faster? Take it down and up. We want to keep that chest up. If we're bending over and making ourselves dizzy, I want you to think about talking to somebody. You want to keep looking at them. All the way up, reach it up and pull. So arms reach towards the ceiling. It's okay if your arms are opened a little bit to the corners, but I want you to imagine they're on the wall behind you. Good. Bring it in the center, open and close, open and close. So a little bit of a chest stretch, squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back. 4, 3, arm circles, right arm, circle it up, bring it back around, switch sides, up and back around. So think back of the hand, then rotate, palm. So you're drawing circles on the wall. If I remember right, we did this on Friday. So up and back, we just did nice good circles. Up and back, bring it back around. Couple more. 1 more. All right, forward step and reach. So take it forward, pull it back. Reach, squeeze the shoulder blades together. I want you to try to get close to parallel to the floor here. 2, side step, side lunge, hold it in place, a little side to side. Good. 4, 3, 2, all right, hold it in the center. We're gonna get ready for our plank walkout, so adjust if needed. I want you to roll down today if you can, so I want you to roll down, walk yourself out to a plank, hold it for a moment, walk yourself up, and then we're going to roll up today. Roll up and little shoulder roll at the top. If you don't want to roll down, that's okay. You'll just keep that neutral spine and you're gonna treat it more like a hinge. But if you can roll down, this is just kind of a different variation where we wake up our spine like we do with cat-cow. Good, one more. Hinge it forwards, or roll it forwards, walk it all the way back out, and then back up, bring it into the center. We're going to do our heel stomps. Last exercise for the morning, jump and jump. So you can just do heel lifts, stomp the heels down to the floor. Good, 4, 3, march it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders, up, back, and down. We're gonna grab a quick drink of water. All right, so each circuit is 6 minutes long. We're gonna do every exercise once, 45, 15, 6 exercises. We're gonna start with jumping jacks in 8, 7. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're just gonna start with our jumping jacks. You can do high or low impact. If your shoulders still aren't feeling very warmed up, then you just stop partway up. I'd like you to try to do palms facing forwards versus palms facing the floor. We're opening up that shoulder joint. If you can bring it all the way up, that's what we're gonna go for. So just a nice, good reach. So each circuit, first one is gonna be all cardio, then it's all lower, then all upper, and then all core. We've got 10 seconds. Good. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little short rest. We're gonna do hamstring curls. Hamstring curls. I want you to think back of the body for your legs and for your back and your shoulders. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So bring it back. So reach and pull. If you want to take your arms up, if you're feeling it today, you can do a high reach and pull. You can do a middle reach and pull, or you can do a nice good press back. I want you to again think about back side of the body. So the focus is on the pull. Pull your heel to your buns, pull your hands back, little squeeze of the shoulders. So you can keep your upper body low, keep your shoulders a little happier, or you can bring it up right here. Good, 10 seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So our next exercise is going to be a knee lift with a crossbody punch, little core rotation. So this is your rest. Take your rest period. Here's 2 and 1. So knees up, crossbody punch. So it's corner to corner. If you want to just march and do a punch in the center, you absolutely can. Reach, reach. If you're like, my legs are done today, they're not feeling great, you can keep your feet low, step touch, and add a punch to the corners. Good reach. We've got about 15 seconds. Next exercise is gonna be a shuffle with a floor touch. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna shuffle with a floor touch, so it's basically a shuffle with a squat. You can double touch with a squat if that's what you're feeling today. So we're going to shuffle, reach for the floor, shuffle, reach for the floor. Your time is on, so little side to side shuffle, little squat, and it's a squat, not a bend over. I want you to squat down to pick something up off the floor. If you need to keep it low, you are welcome to do a little crab walk, crab shuffle. Just want that side to side movement, reach for the floor. And you can take as much space as you have. I can get maybe like 4 or 5 shuffles or steps. So my room is very small. Good reach. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we have jump squats. So I want you to think about a little squat, jump and land. Little squat, jump and land. It can be a heel lift. Good, so it's down, little jump right here. That's it. Down, little jump. Or down, heel lift, heel stomp. Down, heel lift, heel stomp. So it's up to you, and you can just do one, hang out for a middle, and you don't have to go into deep squats. The deeper the squat, the harder it's going to be. You can be up, little squat here, little squat here, little jumps. Take your time, go slow, go fast, go shallow, go deep. I just want that little bit of a jump. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last exercise is going to be skiers. We're just going to tap our toes back. So tap and tap. So this is your rest. This is recovery. You can do active recovery. 2 and 1. Reach. So active recovery is like if you're going for a run and you go and you start walking for a little bit. Or if you're doing a power walk and you just go a slower walk. Or, you know, active recovery would be here. You're still moving, but you're not trying to really push it. But during your segment, we push. Now you can do both arms at the same time if you'd like. At a push and a pull, at a reach, at a swing. 12 seconds, short rest, and then we're gonna work on lower body. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, rest, walk around, shake it out, grab a drink. Decide if you would like to grab weights for this section or not. You don't have to. So this is all lower body, and it's 6 lower body exercises. So if you just think that might be a lot for me today, then you are more than welcome to do this body weight. But if you can, grab a dumbbell or 2. We're going to start with side stepping squats. Good, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So arms are up, side step, and together. Side step, and together. And again, weights are optional for this section. I tried to mix it up, so we shouldn't be doing like lunge after lunge after lunge kind of thing. But we're going to be doing squats, a couple kinds of squats. We got a couple kinds of lunges. We have deadlifts, and we have calf raises. So slow and steady. Good squat, good lift. Think about your body position. We don't want to arch our backs as we keep our chest lifted. It's a little tail feather tuck. We're pulling the ribs down and in so everything is stacked. Good, rest. We have lunges. Basic lunge, nothing fancy. You can do forward or reverse, depending how you're feeling. Here's 2 and 1. I'm gonna go forward lunges. You are welcome to do reverse. So it's a nice good step. Drop the back knee towards the floor. So especially if you're going forwards, we don't want to step and push the front knee and keep the back knee straight. Take that step and then really think, I want to put the back knee on the floor. It doesn't have to touch. We just want that nice good step. Drop down and lift. Got about 7 seconds. Here's 2 and 1. Shake it out. We have deadlifts. We have deadlifts. So just a basic deadlift. Feet hip width apart. Maybe a little bit wider. Toes pointing forwards or a little bit out to the corner, but try to keep them forwards. Tuck the ribs. Here we go. Hinge and lift. So this is not a good stable spine position. If you feel like you're getting a nice good stretch on your back, I want you to think about pulling the ribs under, but pulling the shoulders down and back. So you've got a broomstick, and it has to touch your head between your shoulders and all the way down to the crease of your glutes, because we're holding that nice, good, stable position. I like to do a suitcase lift because it helps me make sure to keep my shoulders down and back. My arms, good, rest, are really close to my body. All right, curtsy lunges. Curtsy lunges, little cross behind. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, so it's just a curtsy lunge and switch. Curtsy lunge. Now you can just step and do a little cross. Step, and it's a little push. We don't want to turn the body though. So we're trying to keep hips, knees, and toes pointing forwards, nice and tall. So curtsy and down, curtsy and down. It's a cross versus a balance beam. 15 seconds. If you have a hard time with your curtsy, make sure you're not trying to stand on a balance beam, one foot in front of the other. You want to be crossed over to the opposite side. Here's 2 and 1. Sumo squats. Sumo squats. So legs are going to be wide. Toes are going to be pointing towards the corners. I don't expect ballet. I just want you to open them out a little bit wider. 2. Good, right here. So squat it down, lift it up. If you want to just have your hands on your thighs, you can. Hands at your shoulders. I like goblet style, which is hands in front. It makes me stay upright. So if I squat and I feel like my dumbbells are pulling my arms down, it lets me know that I might be hinging forward a little too much. Good, less than 15 seconds. And then we have calf raises, so little muscles then. And it's okay if your squat is small. 3, 2, and 1. Heel lifts. So calf raises, nothing fancy. Feet hip width apart. Hold on to something if you need to. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, so you're gonna lift your heels and then set it down. Think about your toes. And I know not all of our toes point forwards, but I want you to try to roll through the ball of the foot in the big toe. So I want you to try not to roll out to the pinky toe. I think it was on Thursday that I grabbed a yoga block and I put the yoga block between my ankles and I had to hold it there. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, dumbbells down, shake it out, walk around, grab a drink. We are switching to upper body. So this is going to be back, shoulders, biceps, triceps, and chest. All of the exercises are standing except for the last one, and we go down to the floor. When we do go down to the floor, it's going to be 90% on your back. We have planks and we have side planks, so just keep that in mind. But we're going to start with rows. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just nice, good rows, nothing fancy. Shoulders down, hinge it forward, drive the elbows back. So we're sticking with all upper body here. So not really any lower body. We're getting a little isometric work because now we're having to hold a deadlift position. For a lot of these exercises, if you need to sit, you can sit. It's 100% an option. But nice, good squeeze. Make sure that we're not arching our low back and lifting our upper body. So it's just a good squeeze. We have less than 10 seconds. We're going to go for side raises. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going for side raises. So you can alternate, you can do both. It's up to you. 3, 2, and 1. So you can alternate, lift, and then lift. And if you're alternating especially, make sure we're not leaning as we lift that arm. This is going to be a little extra core work, a little extra lateral core work if you're alternating. I've got a little bit of a heavier weight today. If you're going lighter, I'd say do both at the same time. This is your shoulder exercise for today. So shoulders down, and I like a little bit of a soft knee. If I'm straight, sometimes I start to arch my back or I round. So soft knee. I lift up at an angle, scapular plane versus straight out to the side. Good, rest. Bring it in. We have bicep curls. Bicep curls. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I want you to do a couple of curls, and I want you to see what you chose. And if you automatically chose a particular bicep curl, I want you to do a different one. So if you automatically started doing hammer curls, I want you to change your hand position, and I want you to do a different type of curl. We automatically go for a specific one. We need to switch it up a little bit. So I'm switching to a palms forward because I almost always do a hammer curl. Or you can do a rotation like I started with, where palm goes in and then you rotate the palm up. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we have tricep extensions. You can do a kickback, you can do an overhead extension, whatever feels good for you today. Got a little bit of freedom here to choose what you would like to do. I'm gonna do overhead extensions, 1 dumbbell in each hand. Good, arms up, times on. So lower and lift. And if you're doing overhead with me, check your arm position. They don't have to be perfectly in, but if you're starting to really take those elbows out and it starts to feel a little bit more like an overhead press behind your head, think about showing me. No, it's hard to see. Show me the end of the dumbbell. Show me your tricep while you're working it. So for this, we're running a back scratcher up and down our back. If you want to do regular kickbacks, elbows up, forward fold, and then just reach your arm back for the wall behind you. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We have rear flies. Rear flies, so a little bit of back of the shoulder, light to medium weight here, or band pull apart if you like doing those. Again, shoulders down, hinge it forward right here. So we're gonna lift and we're gonna lower. Lift and lower. We don't wanna be up and here. So this is another side raise. So if I can read the logo on your shirt, there's a good chance you're doing side raises again. Remember, gravity pulls straight down. So if we want to work the back of the body, we want to try to get as close to parallel to the floor as we can get. We want to focus on the back of the body here. We have 12 seconds. Our next exercise is a chest fly with a pullover on our backs on the floor. If you're staying standing, I would grab a band. Good, bring it up. So we're gonna do chest fly pullover. If you're standing, I would just do a standing chest fly or a straight arm press back. Those are your two options. Good, time is on. So I'm taking it out, up, lower to the floor, and back over the chest. So if you're staying standing, you're gonna do either chest or back. So it's kind of hard to do both. So I would either do a banded chest fly or I would do a straight arm press back. Personally, I would choose the press back. That's just me. But if you're on the floor with me, it's a chest fly, open, close, and then reach to the floor, back over the chest. Good, we've got 5 seconds. We're gonna rest, and then we're gonna go to core. Good, bring it in. Dumbbells down. Carefully come to a seated position if you'd like. If you're standing, walk around. Grab a quick drink. We're gonna move on. We have core. We're gonna do dead bugs. Oblique crunches, plank with optional glute lifts, side plank, right and left. We're gonna switch halfway through. Reverse crunches, and then ankle touches. So if you're standing, I want you to do kind of a dead bug, but it's gonna be a march. Oblique crunches, we're gonna be here. Plank with a glute lift, incline plank, or weighted march, or farmer's carry both sides. For the side planks, you're gonna do farmer's carry one side, farmer carry the other, so just walk around holding your dumbbell. Reverse crunches, you're gonna do a mummy kick. And ankle touches, you're gonna do a side bend, like you've got an itch on your back and you're gonna rub it on the wall behind you. The rest of us, we're gonna take it down to the floor. 45 seconds work, starting with our dead bugs in 3, 2, and 1. So option 1, dead bug, you're right here. You just hold it. It's all about the core. We don't wanna push our tummies up and out, but we don't want to like round our back and completely suck them in like we're holding our breath. We just want to tighten up. If you would like to add arm and leg movement, please do. Again, if you're standing, you're going to do kind of a march with an arm lift. So you're going to do a dead bug, but instead of being on your back, you're going to be standing. But it's all about core. It's all about stabilizing the core of your body and then adding in arm and leg movement. So especially if you're standing, we're trying not to wobble side to side the best we can. Here's 2 and 1. All right, we're gonna do oblique crunches. You can have knees bent, feet on the floor. You can have your legs up. I just want you to take shoulder towards your opposite knee and then come back down. 2 and 1. So reach towards the opposite side of your body, diagonal corner to corner. If you're standing, you're gonna do that rotation, and this is slow and steady. We're just focusing on the core work. If you wanna just lift and hold, that's okay too. That's perfectly fine. You can just do a nice good reach, isometric hold. But I want you to think about the lift and the rotation. Lift and rotate. 10 seconds. And we're gonna go for planks, and we're gonna optionally add in a glute lift. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna do planks, optional glute lift. If you would prefer to do a bird dog with an optional leg lift, that's okay too. 3, 2, and 1. So I'm just gonna, you can just start by holding a plank. So your first option is a plank. Your second option is a plank. Lift the leg, lift the leg. So it's just a nice good squeeze. Core stays centered. Your body is in a good position. You can, again, be on hands and knees. We're still getting core work here. It's just a little bit easier if you're on hands and knees versus plank. Knee plank, your knees are behind your hips, or we've got about 12 seconds. Can you lift up into a toe plank? Even if you just hold a toe plank for the next 7 seconds. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, side plank. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a full minute. We're gonna do 30 seconds on one side and then 30 seconds on the other. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So side plank. If you're standing, you're gonna do a farmer's carry, hold a dumbbell on one side only. And I'll give you a little notice. I'm just gonna put my hand down into a plank and then flip over to my other side. You've got about less than 15 seconds. So we're gonna do 30-30 for this one in 3, 2, take it over to the other side, however you're going to get there. I just rolled into a plank and then rolled over to my other side. You may hear a beep, you keep going. So we're not really gonna get much of a rest on this one. But we're gonna go right onto our backs, right into reverse crunches. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it all the way down. Go right into it. Reverse crunch. Option 1 is just your little pelvic tuck. Again, if you're standing, you're going to do mummy kicks. So it's just a little bit of a tuck, little bit of a knee pull into the chest. We want to control it. So we don't want to do a lot of swinging if we can avoid it. Slow and controlled. So it's just like a crunch, but we're trying to crunch our hips off the floor instead of our upper body. Good, we've got 10 seconds, and then we're gonna go for side bends, ankle touches. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1, short rest. So if you're somebody that has to actually touch your ankles, start with your heels closer to your butt. The closer they are, the easier this exercise is. 2, and 1. So we're gonna lift and hold if we can, and we're just gonna side bend and we're gonna tap our ankle. If you find that you can tap your ankle with no problem, take your feet out like another inch and then try again. We don't have to do big steps with this one, but try to hold it up, side bend, scratch your back. So just think you've got an itch right between your shoulder blades or right in the middle of the back that you just cannot reach. And we're doing little side bends. We have 15 seconds. You can rest in the middle if you need to, then lift up and finish. 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. If you're standing, walk around. If you were on your back, you can just give yourself a little bit of a break and rest. I'm going to come to seated, and then I'm going to just quick reach up, grab a drink. And we're going to stretch on our backs today. If you need to be seated, you can do a lot of these exercises seated if you need to. We're going to take it all the way down. And we're going to do alternating pull-ins. And the goal for this is a stretch versus core work. So when we take our left leg out straight, we want to straighten it out as we pull the right knee into the chest, and then we switch. So the goal is when we pull the knee into the chest, we don't let the leg that's going straight pop up. We want to straighten it out the best we can. So pull in, straighten it out the best we can. So as you pull one thigh into your chest, the other leg, you're trying to get the back of your thigh to touch the floor. And that may mean that your thigh does not get pulled into the chest. It might be higher up. I really want you to focus on straightening the leg versus can I get that knee to touch my chest? Good, let's pull both knees into the chest. Just give your low back a little bit of a rest. If you would like to do a little bit of a lift up and take your nose towards your knees, you can, but that is optional. Good, upper body down, arms out to the side, palms facing up. You can have your feet flat on the floor or they can be lifted. We're gonna do little windshield wipers. And we're gonna focus on the stretch, so you can take your knees all the way down. Opposite shoulder as close to the floor as you can get. Then bring it back up and switch it over to the other side. Now, if it feels better for you to keep your feet on the floor, please do. And if you're not able to get your knees all the way to the floor, that is okay too. We're just kind of trying to go for a little stretch. If you don't want to do side to side, if that is too much rotation, take it to one side and just hold it to like a count of 5, and then take it up and over to the other side and do a count of 5. So you'll hold it for longer. Good, I'm going to do one more on each side. So just take it over, a little stretch, and then up and over Little stretch. Good. We're going to come up to a seated position. So roll to one side, come all the way up to seated. We're going to take our legs a little bit wide and we're going to do our 90-90. So we're going to take knee in and then knee in. And it's okay if they don't touch. We just want to try to get that wiggle of our hip in that hip joint. And I'm trying to keep my buns on the floor. So I can easily do this if I lift my hip off the floor. I'm trying to keep my glute as close to the floor as I can get. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Going to do just a quick butterfly stretch, so bottoms of the feet are touching. We're going to try to sit nice and tall. Even if you have to lean back, we still want to sit tall. Tall does not mean chest puffed out and low back arched, but we also don't want to round our spine. So we're trying to find that happy medium, and we're trying to gently press those knees out to the side. So add a little forward fold. Good, bring it in. We're gonna flip it over, half kneeling position here. So come to kneeling, and then we're gonna take one foot out in front, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute. A little bit of a squeeze forwards. Again, ribs tucked, tailbone pointing towards the floor. Give yourself a nice good pat on the back. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to stay in this position and then we're going to hinge. Can we place our hands on the floor? Start with your leg forward and then you can start to kind of walk it back and see if you can keep your hands on the floor, keeping a neutral spine. So if you take your leg back and you have to shift your weight and round, then you just bring that knee back forwards again, hopefully until you can hold a nice neutral position. You can also elevate your hands. So if you don't want to have your hands on the floor, a couple of yoga blocks might be a little easier for you. Good. All right, walk your hands back towards your back knee. We're going to take that front foot, swing it around till we're kneeling again. We're going to switch over to the other side. So same thing. So half kneeling position. Tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, a little bit of a push forwards just to deepen the stretch, and then give yourself a nice good pat on the back. Four, 3, 2, 1, release, and again we hinge forwards. Can we take our hands to the floor right by our foot? Keep that neutral spine position. If you can, start to walk that back knee back into your runner's lunge. I do mine knees down, so you don't have to worry about the balance. We can just focus on the stretch portion. Good. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Start to walk the hands a little bit back. You can take that front leg, pull it back. We're going to come up to a standing position. So however you'd like to come up, we're going to just stand nice and tall. Let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down into our back pocket. Thumbs pointing forwards. Good. Shoulders down, ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring the head up. We're going to look to one side, look to the other. Good. Bring it in the center. Big breath in. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, and out. Good. One more time. And you are all done.